you recognize this overture? It's a spectacular Crazy for You, because my guest is spectacular. And it is where we met. And it's grand and regal, just like Craig. So where do I start to introduce this overachieving Australian-born British dancer, Olivier Award nominee, choreographer, conductor, we'll come back to that one, singer, author, actor, chef, director, and TV star judge of the UK Strictly Come Dancing. He's been in movies, recorded an album, he's written 4 books, with the most recent due out in October. And he has a solo tour and ringtones. Yes, folks, go to his website. He has free ringtones for you to download, make a donation to osteoporosis, where he is a patron. He recently got engaged. We had adjoining dressing rooms where the door was always open, and we had way too much fun. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Craig Revel Horwood.
What a lovely introduction, Charlie. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. It does sound like I've done a lot of things, but then I'm very, very old, darling. So,
oh my goodness me, no, you're not. I swear to God, when I was, because I mean, I obviously, we've worked together, I know you, but I researched you, and your body of work, Craig, is phenomenal.
Well, yeah, I suppose because I'm a bit of a workaholic. I mean, I really enjoy working. And plus, I've been various things because certain, you know, certain jobs don't last long, do they? I mean, like you do a movie and then that's sort of over in like 6 months, and then you might do a musical and that could be over within a month or like 3 years. You just don't know. So it does. And then when you're working as a director choreographer, you're literally doing a new musical every 6 weeks. You know, so. You know, you do have an enormous body of work, but I really, you know, I don't like getting bored, and I don't like being pigeonholed into one thing. So that's why I do loads of different things.
Really? I mean, by the way, can I just say how fantastic you look?
Well,
you look,
thank you.
You look tanned, you look glorious.
We've had beautiful weather here, darling. I mean, you'd swear we're in LA at the moment.
I love it.
I mean, it's just amazing, really. So very lucky to have time off at home, even though it's through terrible circumstances. But
I know. Just
to have time at home has been absolutely brilliant. So I've been able to achieve a lot of things that I would normally be able to achieve. So lucky.
Yeah, and part of that, all this during this quarantine, you got engaged.
I know that happened in Tasmania while I was doing Dancing with the Stars in Australia, because I judged New Zealand for 3 years. I've been judging Strictly Come Dancing, of course, since its inception in the beginning in May 2004, and I've just recently started judging on the Australian one for the last 2 years. So that was great. But of course, the coronavirus that came out. And lockdown happened while I was there. And then we had to escape and flee from Australia to get back here. So because there weren't any flights. So I had to get out before the 26th, well, actually on the 26th of March. And we were due to not finish filming live, of course, until April the 7th or something. So I did, from this very set, darling, which is my front room,
which is gorgeous.
I did the final, but I don't normally have all the glitter balls stacked up behind me. But they did that for the set of Strictly in Australia, and I've left it because I thought, wow, well, I could use this. I called it TC1, darling, Television Centre 1.
Oh, and I love it.
I've now created a dressing room and a makeup room just through there, which is my library. Yeah. And it was just sort of small enough and gorgeous enough to make it into a lovely little room for me to get ready and prepare myself to.
Perfect. And for the Americans that are listening along today, so Craig is like the Simon Cowell of we had Dancing with the Stars over here, but he is Simon Cowell, you know, the mean judge of well, you're not really mean, but you tell it how it is, which I love.
Well, that's very Australian, actually. But I think, you know, just like I like to be honest and tell the truth. And you don't have much time, you see. You only have literally 10 to 20 seconds to speak. So you've got to be like on it, and I think you've got to, you know, really have a strong opinion. And I think that's what's great about it. And of course, you know, all over the world. It's gone to
darling.
56 countries worldwide, which is just amazing. And
how many countries worldwide?
56 countries worldwide.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It
really?
is.
And then every sort of one of them is a template on the original. So there's always a sort of Mr. Tell It How It Is. There's always a sort of, well, the comedy clown, which I call Bruno Tonioli.
Yes,
who you'll know very, very well.
Yeah, we have Bruno.
And from over there. And Lane Goodman was Grumpy Lane Goodman, you know, the ballroom stalwart.
Yeah.
And then there's always been someone that flits in and out, you know. And of course, we had Darcy Bustle.
Yes.
Which was fantastic.
It's been lovely having Darcy with you.
Oh, I loved that. I absolutely loved working with her. But she did 7 years and then decided that that was enough.
Wow.
I mean, I couldn't believe that, actually. 7 years. It just flies.
Like that? Well, I can't believe you've been doing it since 2004. That's incredible.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, like the last time we were together, 1993, darling.
Yes, when we were like 12.
We look amazing for being in our 50s. Well, you're not probably there yet, but I am.
Oh my God. Did we have the best time ever? Opening.
It was, I loved doing that show. It was fantastic. I came from a show called Miss Saigon, and I was in that during the original year in 1989. And then I stayed at Saigon for ages, and then it was Crazy for You that got me out of Saigon. But I was offered actually Sunset Boulevard first, and as associate or something like that.
Yeah.
And dance captain, something. And then I chose to do Crazy for You, which was, of course, Susan Stroman dance show, which I really enjoyed, although I had to take a pay cut of about 800 quid a week.
Yeah, but you do that for Susan Stroman, right?
Well, yeah, it was a bit shocking at the time, but I'm glad I did it. It was good. Yeah.
It was the best decision ever, because we all got to meet, and then you opened the show. Didn't you open the show for Crazy for You for Stro somewhere in the world?
Oh, yeah, that's
reading your notes.
When I finished, I did my year contract in Crazy for You, and then that finished, and then I thought, right, I'm going to become an actor. I'm too old to be dancing. So this is when I was hanging up my dance shoes, of course. I thought, right, that's it. That's my last dance show. I can't do any more.
You're so young.
Yeah, I know. Well, it seems young to real people, darling, but 30 is not young in the dance world, is it?
Well,
not when you're auditioning next to 16-year-olds. It's
true,
not young.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in denial about age. It's denial.
You know. So then the phone rang at home 3 months after I'd finished, and it was Stro saying, "Hey, Craig, do you remember the show?" I said, yeah, because I was dance captain and I'd written it all down. So
yeah.
She said, "Do you think you could come to New York on Monday?" I went, "Oh my God, yeah, I would love to." Yes, I would love to do that. So I went to New York and then toured some of the Broadway company, and then joined the American touring production of it. And we did, that was in Washington. Then we went to Berlin and did the show in Berlin, which was great fun. And I'd learned 3 different productions by now in order to then put it on in South Africa. And that was so cool. I really, really loved it. It was great.
How phenomenal. It just...
And then my life changed. That's sort of when I decided that I loved actually doing choreography, putting the shows on rather than being in them.
Yeah, you found your niche with that show. She was so amazing that she realized people that had that talent, and she plucked them out, and she knew that you had that talent in you.
Oh, she was amazing. Yeah, she was complete inspiration for me. An amazing person. And you know, I miss her actually.
Yes, I do too. I'm hoping that she'll come on and we can chat with her, because I just adore Susan Stroman. We have a lot to thank her for. We really
do. Absolutely. I remember making her a great big paper mache button. Because you say, "That's the button, that's the button, that's the button."
Yes.
And actually, Jill Green, you remember her? She's the casting director, Jill Green, what she is now. She has it at home, and she took a picture of it for me. I thought, I made that and got the whole cast to sign it. And I mean, it's a huge, big, massive thing.
Well, because you, people don't know this about you, but you used to make things out of paper mache, and you made me a beautiful, huge mirror for my house. Do you remember?
Yeah.
A beautiful mirror. It was like a castle.
was my only other source of income, darling.
I loved it.
I had a mortgage to pay.
Yeah, it went from home to home to home. I think the only place it didn't come was here to America with me.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a bit tough trying to get a big old mirror there. But yeah, no, I did that. I did that in the 3 months actually I was off, and I worked for a company called Artfight, and I decided, well, I used a whole bunch of different media, but it was mainly painted, you know, on three-dimensional designs. So I also paint them and design them and make them obviously out of paper mache, because that's sort of what I was working at the time, sculpting. So it was great, and I sold all my pieces. I worked for this one company, as I say, and that sort of got me through the 3 months that I was out of work, which was just brilliant. I paid my rent for 3 months, which was amazing, because artists generally don't sell anything until they're dead. So it was quite nice. It's quite nice to see some of those pieces still surviving today. In fact, I had one for the Watermill Theatre, which is a tiny little theatre in this country, in Newbury. Yeah. And I've worked there a lot for 7 years. And then I donated a great big merman that I'd done, which was about 7 foot tall, to them, and then they managed to sell it for £10,000 for charity, obviously. So that was really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really lovely that you can do that now. You can lend, your name lends you to be able to do that and raise money, and
that's great.
And is that what I love, that you're the patron of osteoporosis?
Yeah. Well, I did that because my mum has severe rheumatoid arthritis, and there's really nothing you can do about that except for pain management. You know, it's a really difficult bone disorder, and I wanted to do something to do with bones. So, and osteoporosis came up, and that seemed to be the best thing, because you can actually change the fact that you won't get it. You know, you can halt it in its tracks. You can build a bone bank for the future, which is great. And when you think, for people that don't know what the osteoporosis is, when you might kick a table and your bones become very, very weak, and you brush past something and literally break a bone. It's awful, and it's a real killer. And 1 in every 2 women will get it, and 1 in every 5 men, and that's huge. And it's you know, preventable, which is the good thing, and that's why I use dance as a platform to do weight-bearing exercise before the age of 23, which is absolutely brilliant. So I went on a really big campaign doing that, and with the Duchess of Cornwall as well, she's the president, of course.
What was it like? You got to dance with her as well, didn't you? Did the Duchess?
Yeah, I think she was better than I was. No. I was really nervous. I've got to say, I was. Well, you feel like you are on public display, and plus we'd never done anything together before, so I was a bit all turned in. When I look back, I go, "Oh, that was terrible."
Did you step on her feet?
No, thankfully. No, but I was like terrified.
I bet. Yeah, you got to dance with Duchess of Cornwall. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no, it was good. Well, the beauty about it was it raised awareness and an enormous amount of money for charity. So that was good. I mean, it was even on the 6 o'clock news back in Australia. Because I remember my father, when he was alive, saying, "Oh, you've just been on the 6 o'clock news dancing with Camilla." I went, "Yep."
Boy, done good. Boy, done really good. I
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was great, though. But it sort of, you know, raises awareness and hoists up the flag for osteoporosis, which is a great thing.
That's great. And I don't know if people know, but on your website, because Craig, this is for the Americans over here, he has these fabulous sayings. This is one of my favorites.
Disaster, darling.
Disaster, darling.
A complete and absolute disaster.
Now you can go on and you can download these for free and make a donation to osteoporosis, and I think that's really lovely.
And you get 10 of my best dulcet tones.
Yes, I love them. I was listening to them all. It's a fabulous. This is another one. I mean, it's just, you've really created this amazing niche for yourself. It's just fantastic to see everything that you've done. one of the questions that popped up just now from Miss Glorious White was, Craig, can you sing? Well, let me tell you, Craig is an amazing